Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to make a floating cube. Uh, just something I wanted to do. No one's asked for it. I just would like to do one. And this is going to be a little bit different because I'm actually just screwing around with this because I'm doing this anyway. I figure I just hit start record, so might as well anyway. This is a fresh-ish project. I've already gone in and inverted the mouse. I haven't made the line trace yet, so we're just starting off with a fresh one. So we'll just make a F cube, a floating cube, and we're just gonna chuck a regular cube in there. I just want to shrink its size down this time. Let's do something different. Now, from memory, I've done something like this before. It was a while ago, and it was, I believe, in 4.27. So I haven't done it for a while, but I can't find the reason I'm doing this is because I can't find the project. Not that I've got 4.27 installed, but it doesn't matter. We'll just recreate it. So we're going to drag this wonderful cube into the mix here. It can float. It can stay up there. I might just preemptively put it just about here somewhere, because I want to be able to jump on top of it, because I want to test another idea out. So there it is. Right, so let's go into the cube. Let's go into Blueprint, and we want to just make it bob up and down. So for memory, we need to use the get time since creation, or get game time since creation. It's one of those nodes. I can't remember if we do it in seconds. So let's just drag all the nodes in. We'll just drag them all in and we'll have a bit of a play, because why not? Memory, I know we have to add relative location. That was something I definitely remember. And we need the tick. There we go. All right. And we're just going to plug that straight into there. Actually, I want to see what's going on. So let's go with a string. So a print string just to display everything on the screen. And I want it in red, because I'm different. Pink works. Okay, so these two values will give you this. Just a number that goes up constantly, and I believe this is the same. Okay. Alright, now, from what I remember of high school, actually I don't remember much, so I'm just going to do this. Let's just try both. I can't remember which one we used when I did it last time. So let's try it with sin. See what we get. Okay, so we've got a number that goes up and down. It's back into negative, -9, and we're going back to positive. So it's almost actually hitting 1. Which makes things useful. What does cos do? Who knows? I think it does the same thing. We used that one last time, so I think it does the same thing, just on a different scale. No, it does almost the same thing. Okay, it literally does. Does it actually do the same thing? No, I don't think it doesn't. Forgive me, it's been quite a while since I've actually had to sit down and do anything with this stuff. Okay, let's put both values on the screen and see what happens. Okay, one's just out of phase with the other. All right. Which could be useful. Well, there's other ways to do that. We've got these two values. It pumps out two values which are out of phase to each other. Fair enough. That's works. What was so? Hang on. Get the current game time in seconds. This stops when the game is paused or is affected by slow-mo. Huh. Okay, so there is actually a difference between these two. So if we, for example, okay, but if we connect this one to here, those figures should stop. No. Maybe it's not slow-mo enough. Alright. Let's just leave it on that one. Okay. So now that we've got something that's cycling between -1 and +1, or near enough to it, we could multiply it by 10. And we should have... Why did I do that? We want to change that. Let's just plug that in there. We're going to multiply it by 10. Actually, no. Let's do this properly. Let's add another pin. We'll plug that into there. We'll plug that into there. Okay, so this should give us something interesting. We should bob up and down by 20 units. Just plug that into the delta. Let's have a look. It's a lot more than 10. Okay. All right. That value, it should be there. So that's... interesting. Okay. Let's make it 1.5. That's a little more reasonable. We also have something called lerp. I think it's lerp. Here we go. We take this value, stick it into alpha, and stick that to there. We can actually specify a height. So for example, we're going to go straight from the floor, which is 30, all the way up to 320. So 30 and 320. It may actually this may actually get a little worse. Where's our cube? Uh-oh. We've lost our cube. Okay. $320. Let's just keep it at 100. So they're all negative numbers. What's going on there? Okay. Let's just go back to what we had that worked. Ditch the lerp. 1.5. Okay. Let's change that to 1.5. 0.05. 1.05. Okay. Should we went with 0.5? What does that do? Does that give us a better scale? So that gives us something a bit more interesting. Okay. 0.25. Okay, so the smaller the number, the smaller it bobs around. Okay. Just want to move it back down a little bit so I can play with it. Let's go and jump on it. It's pretty reasonable up and down bit. What's going on? Yeah, I'll just let the cat out. Okay, start again. Okay, so yeah, that's bobbing around quite nicely. That's pretty much what I was after. Alright, so what else can we do with this? Let's add some rotation to the mix. Just chuck one in there. So it's just going to rotate by a fixed amount as it bobs up and down. Whoops. Not quite what I meant. We need to add relative rotation. So yeah, it's just very simple. We'll go with 1 on that, on the x-axis. Let's see what it does. Oh, look, there it is. So it's going to bob and spin at the same time. Do the same on Z, because why not? That looks good. I like that. So yeah. Alright, so what if we want it to bob around between 2 points? Let's go back to lerp. Because these values here, the second value is the one we want to see. That goes negative as well, which screws up the lerp. Alright. What if take it absolute and shove that in there? Because it just gives us the positive values. That works. Alright, so let's try lerp again. What's the difference between these functions? Linearly interpollinates between A and B. Alpha is 100% and B is when alpha is... Okay. They're all the same. Okay, so let's go with the float one, just a stock standard. We'll pump that into alpha. Disconnect that. Now our value before... Oh, hang on. No, we want to set an absolute position is what we need. That's why I probably screwed up before. Okay. Set location.
Set world location. All right. That's how I screwed up before. All right. So let's plug that in there. Let's take that there. I don't know if I have to put the higher value above it or below it, but we're experimenting today, so why not? And we've lost our cube because I didn't set the I need to set these two values. Hang on a sec. 1680 by 770. Okay. 1680 and 770. Puts it in the same position it is as it is now. So it's just okay. So there's the okay. Just out of curiosity, what happens if we give it the value that goes negative as well? Does it mirror to the other side? It does. Okay. All right. That's obviously twice as high though as it was going to be. Just we can test that a bit more scientifically. So that's 170 cubed. So 170. All right. So it should go up to about here. No? There. Yeah, that makes sense. That works. You'd probably just adjust it to... Okay. Alright. Let's do it between 100. Okay. Let's do it between 130, for example. So it's got to move a very small amount. So yeah, we've got more controllable bobbing now. Okay. And we'll just punch that back into there. So we'll have a look at it again. Yeah, there we go. There's our rotation going on. Okay. So yeah, that's interesting. And that'll also work with that as well. We should actually be able to just plug that into there. Disable that. Actually, it won't work because we're rotating the damn cube the whole time. Or are we? Yeah, we're rotating the cube constantly. And we're not moving by much. There we go. So that could be useful for like a moving platform type situation if you really wanted to bring that in. Yeah. Okay. Now, that's for speed. What can we do about that? We could do it more. We could feed it more. We could feed it these numbers faster, increase the wave. Let's go 2. Did I say 2? Let's go 2. Yeah, there we go. There's 2. Seems to be going a little quicker. Alright, let's go 20. Okay.
That's how you can speed it up.
Alright. Okay. So the simple version of this looks like this. Got that. Got that. Let's just delete that and that and that and that and that. Let's get rid of ABS because we don't need it. Let's bring that there. So in a nutshell, that's pretty much how you make something bob up and down between two given sort of ranges.